Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time, I hope you like what you see and subscribe. We're sporting some new merchandise today from Old School Hawking. Mike's a fellow YouTuber out of California, and he has hawking and fishing videos on his channel. Make sure you check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, on to the first video of 2021, and you know what that means. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the new intro. Those are some of the most common sport fish that I chase here in New Brunswick. We got plenty of great adventures planned for the upcoming year, and lots of those are going to include the new kayak. This is a 2021 Old Town Sportsman BigWater 132 PDL. I'm going to be fishing everything from bigger lakes to smaller rivers, and after doing my research, I think that this is going to be the model that's best going to suit my needs. Let's start the walkthrough up at the bow with the molded-in handle. This puppy's good and solid, and no problem to get two hands on her. You're probably going to need them because this rig is about 120 pounds dry weight. It will also act as a great place for a tie down when you're transporting. Moving back, we have our bow cover. It's secured with a bungee cord, and it's on there pretty tight because of a waterproof gasket. See that right here? Also has a tether line to make sure you don't lose it overboard. FYI, if you're running your fish finder or transducer cable through the hatch itself, it will compromise this seal and water will get into the bow. You can see inside there's a battery bag that comes standard from Old Town. Fair bit of room inside the hatch here. I think I'll probably keep a dry bag with some spare kit in mine. On either side of the cover we have an accessory plate. If you unscrew that, there is a little bit of storage space. Not much, but as you know in a kayak, every square inch counts. This is our pedal drive. Comes with a 5-year warranty, and it's supposed to be maintenance free. You can take this in and out of the kayak for ease of loading and unloading. Also has a handy little storage compartment here in the center where you can store some gear. Another nice touch. This is the transducer mount for the Sportsman BigWater. It was a pretty simple installation, and there's all kinds of videos on YouTube to help you out. This is the transducer cable that comes up from the mount to the through hull fitting and into the bow storage compartment. On the gunnels of the cockpit, I have my Wilderness Outdoors through hull fitting. It's where I ran the transducer and fish finder cable. I have to say, I wish Old Town would have had some through hull fittings already installed from the factory. Before you drill into your hull, make sure you check your warranty. The accessory plates came with slots for T-bolts. I have to say I'm not a real big fan of single mounting points for my hardware. So what I did was filled them in with epoxy and then installed a couple Scotty flush mounts. I then used their gear head for my fish finder and installed a tube rod holder. Went with this style because I didn't want the butt of the rod inside the cockpit interfering with my pedaling. I also put on an eye bolt here for a lanyard to attach that. Don't want the rods to end up at the bottom of the river. The fish finder I installed was a Humminbird Helix 5 with the GPS. If you follow the channel at all, you know that I run the Helix 10 on the Master Crow. These finders have all the features I'm looking for, and they're simple to use. You can see that the cockpit is quite spacious and comes with some rubber matting. It also has a couple pockets on either side for additional gear storage. On the gunnel is another fishing rod holder that comes like that from the factory, along with a handle and rope clamp. I installed that for a quick release anchoring system that I'm going to install. There's also your rudder release kayak seat and the new kayak PFD. I went with this style of PFD because it's specifically made for kayak fishing. It's got all kinds of pockets for your gear and additional locations to mount accessories such as your GoPro or your knife. With all the research I did on kayak fishing, one thing was clear: you could never be too safe. Spring's finally here, and I had to switch over to the Old School Hawking ball cap. Back at the stern well, we have a couple more rod holders. I'll probably use one of those for the landing net. We have accessory plates on either side. Melt crate secured with the bungee cord and additional rod holders because you can never have enough rods. At the stern you have your rudder, anchor plate, bracket, and anchor. That one there is a DIY project and just consists of 7.5 pounds of lead melted into a soup can. You can see we installed another Scotty flush mount on this accessory plate, and we'll use the DIY GoPro boom there. Some other features on this side of the kayak include your paddle holder and rudder controls. Also has a tension knob here where you can lock down your rudder if you choose. Seat's pretty comfortable and the construction looks rugged. Material here is porous so water will not pool. There's also a couple of adjustments. One here on the side looks after your incline. Second one up at the front here is to adjust your distance to and from the pedal drive. Finally, there's a small shelf that you can store a tackle box or something else small. Last feature I want to go over in rigging up my kayak is the bow-mounted GoPro. This is on another DIY boom that you can swivel. That way we're going to be able to get a couple different perspectives. Also made a little support bracket here that when you place it on top of, makes a boom rock solid. Last thing I want to do is get some shaky footage. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Till next time, stay safe. We'll see you on the water in a few weeks.